Matthew, what's going on, brother? Can you hear me? I don't even know if the J Dub's Adventure, what's going on, man? Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm just hanging out. If you can't hear me, that's sounds good. Okay, cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. What's going on? Midweek pump. Midweek. I'm about burned out. About burned out, man. Just hanging out. Figured I'd fire something up. Just when I thought I was out. I'm telling you, Tim Vasco, what's going on? What is going on? Sorry, I gotta look over here. Let me move this over. Rad Dad, what's up, man? How you doing, man? How's the kids doing? How's it going, Matthew? What? Goobs is having a baby, really? Right now? I was gonna do this earlier tonight, and then I hung out with the little man. He fell asleep, and I was like, you know what? I'm just sitting here getting stuff done, and I was like, I might as well. It pulls me right back in. I was like, I might as well just hang out for a few. Midnight, Wednesday already. How was everybody's Thanksgiving? Been busy around here. Kid is getting so big. She's talking. Tell me about my kid starting to talk too, little by little. Tractor. Goobs, congrats on the baby. Twins are 6, dude. I feel like they were 2 when we started YouTube. Thanksgiving could have been better. That's no good. Ben, what's going on? At the hospital waiting. Man, that brings me back. That brings me back. Woo. Well, I hope everything goes well, man. I hope everything goes well. Very cool. They were. As I was going to say, they were like, yeah. Oh man. We ended up thankful. I know Casterman. He had a rough one too. Crypt 316, what's going on? Ours is saying sentences. It's awesome. Yeah, he's trying to put like 2-3 words together. I you're a little bit ahead of me, Tim. Wednesday night. Is this week moving quick or what? I was thinking it was Tuesday. We had some snow. The weather was like 15 degrees. Mama, where are you? That's awesome, man. Tell me that's not a blessing, dude. Little man was watching TV tonight and he's just sitting there and getting ready to fall asleep. I was talking to Jay Daniels actually right now on the East Coast. For those of you that don't know, it's Jay Daniels' birthday. So if you happen to see him pop in here tonight, he may be watching, he may not, but Kim, you have a wonderful night. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate you. Man, I miss those days. Yeah. Well, you're in a good spot too. They say they love you for a couple years, brother, and then they hate you for a couple, and then they love you again. So you're still in the right in the middle there. Kim, thanks for popping in for real. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to play some tunes, and I was like, normally I'm listening. I just realized today on Spotify that I listened to like 45,000 minutes, like 35 days of music just on Spotify alone. I was like, that's pretty crazy when you think about it. But I'm always jamming whenever I'm working. Let's hit the thumbs up. Yeah, you know what? I'm just hanging out for a little bit. I just figured I'd pop on for a few, but oh, I know where one of those things is going. Exact. Told you, Casterman. We're a couple days late, but that's all right. No, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. I haven't even had time to shave. I feel like a dirt ball. And I wear these things like jackets, you know what I mean? A flannel over top of a t-shirt, and I'm good to go. It's all good, Casterman. It's all good, brother. Tool guy. Wow, they are the twins, man. That's freaking awesome, dude. It's freaking awesome. I sent you a pic via email how big our daughter is. I think did I get that one, Tim? My email's been crazy and my trail camera's going crazy right now too. Apparently, we got some deer hanging out. Nice little buck. Spirit, where's the spirit fire? Breakfast live stream for me. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Peppy, how are you doing? Finally got to catch you live, and on break at the moment. Well, take your time. Take your time. Enjoy your break if you're working. Good to see you, Peppy. And good morning to you. Right on. I normally have more energy than this late night, but it's not really that late. It just depends. But my schedule shifts based on when little man wants to be up or sleeping. You have a green screen, you can make a fire. I actually could put a campfire on behind me. That I could do. I just fired up through YouTube though. It's a new pic. Did you get it? When did you send it? Did you send it recently? Today? I haven't been in my you sent it 1 minute ago, 2 minutes ago. Right. Dude, look at that smile on you there, Tim. You know what I'm saying? She looks like she could be a little bit happier on what was that? Maybe like a Halloween thing? Wow, she is what is she, what, 35 inches tall or so? 36, 3 feet? Probably 3 feet. Dude, she's getting big. Right on, dude. That smile says it all in your photo, brother. Thanks for sending that. That's what it's all about. Now I got to figure out how to get you guys back. There we go. I almost closed it. Kid's sick. Kevin Jones, what's going on? Kid's sick and don't want to go to bed. I'm doing well. Doing well. I'm kind of like, it's been a week. You know what I'm saying? The week back after taking a few days just to chill out, which really wasn't chill. I use like holidays to like play catch up and get things done. So I'm just kind of sitting in the bunker right now and chilling out, getting a few things done on the screen. But I'm about tired of looking at a monitor, to be honest with you. Got to get outside and get some stuff done. It was cold. It was like 15 degrees the last 2 days, and it's starting to bounce back up now. I think we'll be hit 40s or so tomorrow. The boys have been racing BMX. That's awesome. I miss you too, brother, man. What's up, John? Thanks for stopping in, freaking Jeep. She's 3 feet. I was gonna say, yep. I think he's like 30 inches or something right now. Trick or treat thing. That's what it looked like. She wasn't too sure about the trick. Yep. Now I'm sure she had a blast, dude. It's hard to get a kid to smile in a photo, right? I gotta move you guys over here, so I feel like I'm not paying attention to you. John, it's good to see you, man. You staying warm? Is it getting warmer over there? I still see a little bit of snow outside on my cameras, but it's it's warming up. Everybody's up late, busy, good, hanging in there. It's good to hear Casterman. Casterman's been putting in the work, making those axes. It's hard as can be to get a kid to look at the camera or smile. It's a game, it's a trick, right? I try to get little man into cameras this way. He's like, or turn the flash on so that the flash attracts them a little bit, and then they look up. But yeah, it's tough. We have Christmas pictures this weekend, so that should be fun. Yeah, Peppy, you're right though. I got to do a fire. I mean, I have a fire going all the time. I'm always burning stuff. I got to bust some firewood and stuff. My knee was acting up again recently, and I don't know what's. Well, I know what the cause is, and I had to spend like $1,500 to go get the MRI and whatnot. And I got my two bones are like just the meniscus are just smashing each other. So what is this, Marty Rudder, late night live? I didn't think anybody would be up. I figured there'd be like two people in here, but I just figured late night midweek pump. I wanted to do one last Wednesday, but I know with like the holiday, people are doing stuff with their families. I was like, you know what? I'm going to chill out myself too. Good to see you, Marty. I appreciate you. Thanks for the comment today or yesterday or something. I think you left a comment. I sent you a picture of one thing I've been doing this month, Matthew Workshop. I got to check my email more often on the. I've been changing a bunch of stuff here. Oh, maybe you sent it through the Discord. That would make sense. I don't have the I don't even have the Discord up right now. But the Discord is the place to hang out, communicate. Oh, getting the GED, dude. That's awesome, man. Get that done. Get that done, brother. That'll help you. What's up, Tasman? Just sitting here at work. Great to see you. Well, good to see you as well, John Hudson. No more excuses. Hot inside. Just fed the boiler. I was thinking about that, John. Actually, wood boiler. I got to come up with some options at the property, and I'm looking at a couple different things. Just because I'm going to have a couple buildings to heat, I think that's going to be the way to go. But then I also need something if we decide to um, not be there for a week or two or whatever the case may be, that can just maintain. I did a little bit of winterizing this past week, which the pipes in the little house I'm not real worried about, but I'm thinking wood boiler might be an option. Move if we pour a pad and do the pipes in the pad and everything like that, the radiant floor heating under the concrete. I think that would be something I'd probably consider. At least I'd pipe it anyway and then figure out. But we only have natural gas, or yeah, I wish we had natural gas. But unless we would drill a natural gas well, we probably don't. We probably won't get natural gas. But propane is an option. Coal, pellet stove, wood boiler, of course, a wood stove. But what's up, Pat? How are you, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Hope you did good on your truck over the Black Friday and Small Business Saturday and Cyber Monday and Forgive My Checking Account Tuesday. And I didn't buy nothing. The deals were not out and under. Good day. Good day, Julio McDermott. How many acres do you have? 50, Tim. John Bradley was asking about you, wants to meet you next year at the Bunyan. Oh, yeah, John Bradley. I think, doesn't he have a Casterman axe too? Thank you, Casterman. Another work in progress. Hey, everyone. Carl Lewis, the man with the plan. Well, I'm glad you have a plan, Carl. Yeah, he's a great. Can't wait for Bunyan. Hey, look, guys, anybody who made it to Bunyan, all right, which was fun. What are we now? November, December. We're already 10 months away from it again, and I won't see some of you for 10 months, and it's not good. It's not good. We got to make it less than a year. I only ran part-time. It's been slow. Yeah, they said it was the biggest what did they put in the articles? The biggest 9.7 billion trillion something spent over Black Friday. That stuff, that getting last year's model for, $499 when it was 500, marked up to 600, back down to 500 for the. I don't know. I just know that if you really need something, you pick it up. Sometimes you can still cop a good deal, but they're the deals are online, and a lot of times it's not the newest stuff. I mean, I follow technology and stuff that I'm looking at, but if it's not on my radar, there was some good cameras and stuff on Black Friday deals that were couple years old or whatever, just trying to liquidate inventory. And they were good deals considering what cameras cost. Canon did a special on some lenses, but to save $500 on a $3,000 lens, it's like, do you really? You're still spending 2,500 with them, or whatever. I was looking at a lens. I didn't buy nothing. I did buy a new pair of jeans because I torched like two pair of jeans in the last couple weeks, and then you filter them down and they become work jeans or whatever else, but they're wearing out. Buy it when you need it. Screw all the hype sales. Yeah, no doubt. That's it. Like if I need something like that, I'll just pick it up. And if you're making money with a tool, if you're buying like a tool, like it is great to get deals. Don't get me wrong, but if you're making money with your tools, it's kind of like if you need to get the job done, you just go for it. Maybe it's a half an extra job, but there is savings out there. But I think a lot of it's hype anymore. The stores did not seem, to me, it used to be fun to go to like a Best Buy or something at 2 in the morning when they open. I'm not for the whole Thanksgiving being open. When I remember for a couple years, I don't know if they're still. I think some people woke up a little bit. Maybe that's not the right word to say, but remember when companies would be open at 3 in the morning or 2 in the morning or whatever, or Black Friday. It was cool, like to go there. Like you didn't even have to buy nothing. It was just cool to be out, grab a coffee or something, just to do something different. Be in the store that you're usually not in, and it's like 2 in the morning. See what's there. I never did like the doorbusters and whatnot, but it was fun before we had the baby, just going out and doing that and hanging out. But it wasn't. I don't think the store. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I believe all those numbers either. If you're not far, Brad at Firewood and the Furnace is having a get together end of January. I'm not far from you guys. I don't know where he's at. I know I'm probably 2 or 3 hours from you, John. I guess he lives by a furnace somewhere in Maryland, right? So I can be in Cumberland in like an hour or so, um, give or take. But that would be cool. Cheap is more expensive. Yeah, sometimes that's true too. Sometimes that's true as well. Mark Gainsey, hello, my friend. Is Gainsey here? Did I miss Gainsey? The chat's so small on this screen. John, did you get that Sander sold? Speedster. Speedster, what time is it? 7 a.m. there? 5:14 a.m. Good morning, Gainsey. Thanks for popping in, brother. I don't know the username there, but hello and cheers. Yes, sir. Finally, it's my birthday. Is it really Speedster? 2 birthdays. It's Jay Daniels' birthday too. Make sure you guys go over to Jay Daniels. He's probably up right now. You can leave the chat. It's okay. Go to Jay Daniels off grid and go wish him a happy birthday for me. That would mean a lot to me because he probably wouldn't be expecting it. But I know if he sees that YouTube phone blowing up, you guys can leave, come back. I'm going to be hanging out here. Go to Jay Daniels off grid and hit a thumbs up here, and then wish him a happy birthday. Then come back. Then hit Speedster's channel, give him a happy birthday, and come back. See you guys in 10 minutes. I'll be back with you. I'll message him. Send him a YouTube comment. He is north of Baltimore. Okay, yeah, so Baltimore is probably, I'm thinking 5-6 hours. Maybe a little less. Maybe a little less. I could be wrong. Frederick's probably 2-ish, 3, 2. Derek Rose, what's going on? Top of the morning. Hey, thanks for the hearts. I don't know what your username is, but thanks. Bit long. Hey, you know what? It's not too bad though. It's not too bad. Little get together, hang out. It's just try to do what you can. We are all crazy. Just buddies getting together. Yeah, I mean, we got to kick the can. As soon as I have something where we can hang out at the property, that'd be cool. There's not much there, but I don't think anybody would complain us hanging out, and I'm sure we would survive. I hope everybody left and went and wished Jay a happy birthday. He's not celebrating yet because it's 9:00, 9:17 over there on the West Coast, but it'll surprise him. On the East Coast, tell him we're celebrating over here, and tell him he's late for his birthday if you're from Australia or overseas or UK or whatever else. It's already what, 6, 7 in the morning, 5, 6, 7, 7:18. Yep, that's what I thought. Oh yeah, because we do the daylight savings time thing, Speedster. So you're probably kids in school, getting ready for the kids in school. Hope I didn't miss anybody. We had around 100 woodhounds last year. It was real nice. That's awesome. Now it wouldn't be bad to come over there, hang out for a day. That I can tell you this. January January is what day in January? January is going to be a tight month for me. I got a project that got moved, new property, same state. That's correct, Tim. Yep. Oh, it's me, Peppy. Okay. Now that makes sense, Peppy. uh yeah, you always use the emojis. I should have known that. Who could use these? Yeah, it makes exact yes. Um, what was I gonna say? I've lost my train of thought. Anyway, today is St. Andrew, and tomorrow time is 1 hour December, which means the shift Romania, so we are all free. Freedom. Uh oh, what was I gonna say? I forget. New property, Tim's like 30 minutes for me. 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Depends how you're driving. If you're in the old Ford, you're just cruising. Takes a little, I'm never in a rush when I'm in the Ford. Very few times. I'm just kind of chilling. And even if I am in a rush, I'm like, it's just fun to be out there driving it. But they littered the roads with salt, like crazy salt. They went haywire with the salt for 2 days. So the Ford's going to be camping for the winter. Uh yeah. Yes, sir. I need to stay alive and active. Shave my face. Where did Taz go? I think Taz might still be here. I think he might be working. I know he works. I think he works overnight on break. Slap yourself, right? Bust some firewood. That's what I need to be out doing. Not quite sure. Best to check his channel out. He does Thirsty Thursday live show tomorrow night. Okay. Yeah. No, definitely. I saw something he posted or I remember seeing something about it a couple weeks ago, maybe after Bunya, people talking about it or something. I just got to see. I know my schedule is tight in January. We have a project that got moved. The maintenance man is here. What's up, brother? It's getting warmer out on the western PA. Yeah, we had a couple projects that got moved, which kind of freed me up. I wouldn't say freed me up, but shifted my projects around. So January we got a big project to knock out, and then of course you got the holidays and everything else. But I can bring lots of eggs. Getting about 35 a day. Work at Marty. There's a little tractor video because my son all he wants to watch is tractor videos, and there's a tractor videos where the chickens and they're building the chicken coop, and he has to get his hammer out because he wants to build the chicken coop for the chickens to lay the eggs, and they go bok 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 bok, so he makes the noises and then gets the hammer out and he's ready to go. He likes that. Good. She's a cold one today. Yeah, we're getting warmer now. Maintenance man knows it was like 15 degrees, and now it's, I don't know, 30s, whatever. The temperature is actually rising the next couple days, so we'll get back into the normal. I can bring good cold. Right on. Just ate spam and eggs. You guys are making me. Why do you do this at 12:30 at night? Right? Feed right into my gut. Look, I don't even my buttons are busting off. Maple spam is the bomb, man. I remember cooking maple spam, like spam, when we were younger in the camper. Throw that up, fry it up in the frying pan, make a sandwich. I do like a turkey cheese, mustard, stuff like that. Like the camping, that's the hunting sandwiches. Pack like 2 turkey cheese, mustard, smash them together, throw them in a bag, and you're good hunting all day. Do you have winter by you, or is it just mild? We used to get way more snow. I grew up snowmobiling and stuff like that, which I miss having a sled, but we don't get the snow like that anymore. We used to get storms where you'd have 2, 3 feet, or there'd be a month where you'd have solid snow. A lot of people go up to like Vermont and everywhere else with their sleds around here, but I mean, we do get enough that you could ride and you'd have a good time. Problem is it snows. The days it snows, you're working. And then the days you're off working, you don't have the snow, or the snow melts by then, or whatever else. We've had some cold winters. It's been really odd the last, I'd say, 4 or 5 years. Haven't been. A bunch of my buddies have bought sleds again, ended up selling them. And now sleds are 20. I mean, sleds side by side stuff. You're spending 20, 25 grand, 15 grand. I mean, we grew up with like the Leaf Spring, the old school Arctic Cat Jag, right, from 1980, and a Bombardier engine, but I forget the brand. Orange Ski-Doo, the old school, right? Leaf springs in the front, right? Yeah, heavy. Nowadays, you got reverse, you got everything else. We did have a couple newer sleds after that, of course, like Polaris Indy Sport 500 or Indy Sport 340 with independent front suspension when all that stuff started. Didn't have reverse, but heated seats and heated hand grips, and that made it nice. But when you're on a sled and you're moving, you're not cold. And if you dress right, you're not cold. You're actually warm. You ride all day. I do miss sleds. We have some omelet makers. It was cold here last night. Not much snow at all. Yeah, I miss the snow. I mean, I like snow when you have enough to play in it. I don't like snow when there's 2 inches and then it melts and then freezing rain and all that crap. And they put the salt down. Like I like when there's like a foot of snow and you can go play in the mountain or go play out, or like when there's a foot of snow and you just want to go drive around just because it's cool, right? I miss the snow also. Yeah, it's fun when there's enough that you can, we got to the ski resort, like Seven Springs, which is we had a couple ski resorts around here that are nice, but we go to the ski resort, snowboard. If you can go out and snowboard for a day and have fun, I want to get my kid into that kind of stuff. So I'm sure we're gonna go out and do that kind of stuff more often. And the ski slopes will start making snow. I think they already did start making some snow, but it's if you're having fun in it, it's all good. If it's not, if you can't have fun in it and you're cooped up in the house, that's no fun either. So you got to get out and do something. Once we have a garage built, we won't have to worry about what the weather's doing anymore. But it's as depressing when you're stuck inside. So I just use this time. I mean, winter is the time you get a lot of stuff done on the tech side, the computer side, the whatever else, and then try to keep yourself going outside. We get bad drifts. Yeah, we do. We get drifts as well. Nothing to stop it from blowing. Yeah, I mean, we get the mountains. So like most of our drifts are one field to another. They'll block a roadway. They'll bring in the state snow blowers, the big snow blowers, get a couple of those stuck, and plow trucks will get stuck. But most of the time it's around like fields, and they'll do the snow fences and stuff like that. But nothing crazy, just where fields cross and everything else. But we have enough mountains. Dennis pulled 4 teeth yesterday, so spam and eggs is aggressive as I could eat. Maybe you should eat some soup, John. 4 teeth, that's no fun. I got my wisdom teeth out a couple years ago, and that was interesting. I think my lower ones are still in. The lower ones are the ones that hurt worse because your jaw's down there. But I got the upper ones out. And that was pretty interesting. I didn't realize you could just pull a tooth out like that, where they just, I wanted to go like the easy route, just do it. So he put his knee on my chest, grabbed a pair of pliers, said, I'm going to roll this right out and hopefully we don't break it, whatever. And he just, boom, boom. And it was done in like 2 minutes. Bled for like a half a day, but it was crazy. 2 inches of snow is an inconvenience. Snow is one that you never forget, like 1966. I don't remember 1966, but I remember 1993, the blizzard of 93, John. We had like 3 feet of snow or 4 feet of snow. 92, 93, something like that. Maintenance man would remember that probably. When I was growing up in the 30s, John, it was pretty wild. Bought a Husqvarna 562 XP. Got the cut. How do you like it, Gainsey? 562. I like my Husky. Husky bailed me out the other day. The Husky spins a chain faster than the 500i. But now I'm used to all the noise. Sometimes actually it is nice to run the Husky. I don't have the exhaust or nothing done on that, so it is nice because you don't get the noise. I think the exhaust, half of them, I mean, you get a little bit of gain out of them, but I think half of it's just the people like to hear that rumble. It's kind of like putting an exhaust on your car, right? You have a saw in your hand. I had a tooth pulled in January. Had to get the tooth implant. That was the strongest process too. If I get stuck inside, it could sometimes. Speedster says we used to get a good bit of snow for sure. Enough for the plow. Yep, build a tunnel. Yep. Congrats on that new saw, Mark. Any saw is a good saw. If it runs and does what you need it to do, great saw. 2011, 2012, we got 3 feet. 92, 93, we got like 3 feet on Halloween. Yeah, I remember that. They had like a state of emergency. Anytime there's a state of emergency, you can just ride machines wherever the heck you want to ride. I remember delivering medicine to a lady that was older and she couldn't get her medicine. We went to a grocery store. I was so young. I might have been, I don't know, 10. And we rode the snowmobiles and it was like cool because you're just riding down the road. Went to the grocery store that still happened to be open. There was nobody there. Rolled into the snowmobile, picked up medicine for her, and then took it back to her house. I doubt she's still alive because she was older back then. Nick doesn't believe in WhatsApp. I try to make him. I honestly, WhatsApp is. I don't even like anything. I don't like Facebook products, and I don't really WhatsApp. And if I get logged out of WhatsApp, it's not on my like Discord or email or phone, whatever. But if I get I've gotten logged out of WhatsApp a few times where you have to log in, or I change phones, right? So every year I change a phone. I don't sit there and go through every app that I got to log back into, and I forget about it. There was a period of months where I missed a lot of calls and messages, whatever. And I'm like, I don't know anymore. I just have to like, if you try to cater to everybody, you cater to nobody. And if I have too many things, then I'm spread across and it's never good. So I'm like, wow. Wow. Do I see the Manleys in here? Bruce and Robin, run over to Jay Daniels off grid and wish him a happy birthday. I haven't seen him in here. He's sleeping. He's taking a nap. If anybody is in here that wasn't in here when I said that before, Jay Daniels off grid, give him a subscribe. And we got him something as a gift from Casterman Axe and Tool. And we're sending it to him. It's a couple days late, so he's gonna get it late, but he's getting one of those 26-inch forest axes. I'm working on a little cool gift that I want to give to some people. And it's been in my mind for a couple years now, and I'm just gradually getting around to it. I was rethinking the branding and stuff like that, so I got to figure out what I want to do with the logo. But there's a few people I'd like to take care of, but I mean, Jay was rough time in my life, and I've talked to that guy probably daily for the last. My son's going to be 2, which is I can't even believe I'm saying that. But probably for a good bit of 2 years. What is an axe? I know, right? I know. Very nice. Yeah, so that's we're sending Jay one of these bad boys. See how you just pull it from the that's it. I have a little shelf here in case somebody comes down and tries to. I should be looking at you there. This ain't gonna focus. Ooh. Look at that. I know what I didn't even fix the focus from the last time we were here. Didn't even fix it. You know why? It's on people. So it's looking for a face. It's not looking for an object. So if I put my lovely face up against it, it'll focus. What's going on? Bruce and Robin, that's great to see you guys. Actually hanging out. I was working. I was working in the bunker, watching a couple things, getting a couple things done, charging some cameras and the drone, couple other things. Batteries are dead. Like charging stuff is like I got more stuff to charge. And I was just getting a few things done. I thought I'd pop on. I was hoping to get a few thumbs up on the channel tonight, get my motivation and my energy back. 12 and 14 times fly. Yeah, speedster, geez. 12 and 14. I can only split wood if the tool has a gas cap. Ain't got no gas in it. I can tell you that. Now I'm with you though. I'm with you. It is fun. I told him you were live, Casterman. Oh, okay. 12 and 14. What do you think of Samura light bars? So I've run those 28s, Mark. I've run 28s on both the 462, the 500i, and the 572. And I like them. I mean, I have the steel lightweight bars. I have a 25-inch steel. I have a 36, 32, a couple other ones. I have no problem with the Samura lightweight bars. I know for a while I think people were saying something about the ovals were having issues, but I bought a couple of them from locally, but I bought mine from Bellhopper. He shipped me up a couple ones when I did those. I think I have them in a video where I ran the 462 against the 500i or the 572. I think the 572 462. That was a while back, but I like them. I think they're good bars. I'm gonna go. All right, Matthew. Take care. We're trying to get back into the swing of things, Matthew. I hope you have a good day tomorrow. Crush whatever you're working on, the reading and the education, man. Get that done, brother. It's worthwhile, dude. I mean, look at how far you've come in the last 3-4 years, brother. That's pretty good, man. You got your focus goal set. Attain it, man. Attain it. That's what the midweek pump is all about. I like my Samira bars. No problem so far. Yeah, I mean, there's people who complain that'll say they don't like them as much or they prefer the steel. I think it's just personal preference, really. Most of them are going to get the job done for you. We chat soon. Miss you, Robin. Yes, definitely. Definitely, Robin. We got to do that. I wanted to fly over to Jay's, fly over to your place, do it's very, very tough right now. Very tough. I would have liked to have been there for Jay's birthday today. We're close. He's only 2.5 hours away from celebrating. Maybe he might be at the club. Who knows? He might be, you know what I mean? I hope everybody went and left him a comment. A guy means a lot to the community. Does a lot to help people, and another trip around the sun with him. Oregon Pro. but I like the Samira bar. I put a 24-inch on mine. Gainsey, 24 is good. I mean, I have a couple 20 or 25, I think came on the 500. I have a 25 for sure. 24 is good. I do like the 28. Watch, if you watch the tip, like the stand up and buck stuff, if you're, I mean, it's interesting to watch people cut, right? Everybody cuts a little bit different, and you can kind of make a saw, do however you want it to be presented. You could pretty much do that, especially on camera. But it's definitely something that it's all personal preference. Standing up though, and being able to like nip limbs off. If you're already running a not crate, like if you're running like a 661 with like a 36 on it, it's like that's kind of overkill for probably most firewood backyard cut tree. You know what I mean? I use my 661 when I'm cutting stumps and stuff. I want to just burn right through it, or big stuff. But around here, we don't really. I mean, a 28 is probably like almost perfect. I'm 5'9", so if that gives you any context, a 28 seems to work good. Some people like the 32. I'm more of probably a 28, which seems to sit right. Straight up Oregon. But 24 would do probably 80% of everything around here though too. I mean, up north we got big wood. We do got big timber and stuff in PA. But around here, like, southwestern PA, like I mean, you're going to run into your huge stuff here and there, but it's not like, oh, this is a forest, right? It's more up north, um, north of I-80, all the mountains. You get up northern PA, middle PA, Pocono Mountains, all those. I don't even know if you can call them mountains because we're talking, 2,000-3,000 feet, elevation, where you got west, you got people living 5,000-6,000 feet, but I like my 16-inch cheaper and less to sharpen. Yeah, that's true though too. I mean, John, it's a 16-inch bar. I mean, if you have if you have a 70cc saw, you're probably not going to put a 16-inch bar on. I mean, I guess you could, and it's going to rip it. But you're not. Yeah. I mean, it's use case. I can't really say it's use case. And it's just like saying like I need a car to go from point A to point B. Some people prefer an 800 horsepower car to get from point A to point B so they can grocery shop, right? Everybody's gonna have their preference, but no, you're right. I mean, when it comes to time, easy. I mean, I lived with a 18-inch bar on my original steel for a long time. Ran those. Never really, a lot of times where I got into is where like you have to jump to each side of the tree, right? So it might take you a little bit more, and if you line up your cuts, you're gonna be decent. But I gotta go. I was in the woods the other day for first day of hunting season, just meandering through the forest, right? And I got so much cleanup to do. I could cut firewood at my property and bust firewood and run a log splitter from now until next year, and I would probably still be cleaning up. But it would be nice if I got a machine and gradually just clean stuff up and thin some things out. And I was like looking around, just getting ideas. You sit there. I use the hunting season. I don't need to shoot nothing. I don't really care. But I use the hunting season for just like brainstorming, right? Still working in the woods and thinking about stuff or doing whatever else. But it is nice to get out there and just take some nice, cool, deep breaths and sit on a rock and let the concrete suck the life out of you. I like Idaho bars the best. Ain't no one else makes just buck spuds. I like my 16-inch cheap. Yep. Straight up Oregon. Yeah, 24 is probably perfect. 28. When I got the saw, it would not run. Took it to 2 local dealers. They wouldn't touch it because I didn't buy it from them. Yeah, see, that's not a way to earn business either. It's definitely not a way to earn business. I've when I get into that kind of stuff, I mean, I get it. People people come to us to service stuff or fix stuff or networks. Like I'm building a portable network just to run whenever people call you and they're in a jam. And it's like, my business is down because we got struck by lightning, and until we can order stuff, put something temporary in, and that's what I'm building. But it's like people call us for stuff, and I'll still support if you didn't buy from us. I mean, everything's an opportunity, but I think it's interesting. The last couple weeks, you've seen Chicanic and what's the other guy? Steve something, small engines or something repairs. They're shutting down their. I mean, their YouTubes are big enough probably that's sustaining what they got to do and go full force into YouTube. But I think they're shutting down their internal operations of fixing the random guy stuff. Customers can be a pain and stuff like that. But it's like interesting. You see that on YouTube. I quit the big. I think clickbait. There's a lot of stuff changing with YouTube too. I just sat in on a couple YouTube things in the last couple days with YouTube's creative team. And anyway, there's a lot of stuff. It's interesting how this is going to evolve. It's actually going to be interesting to see how this all plays out with platforms. But the shorts is, there's definitely ways to get views with shorts. There's they're giving you some more analytical data in your YouTube studio, which is nice, and breaking down a couple different things that people have been wishing on the wish list for a while. I think the newest ones like the returning visitors versus I forget. I'm burnt. But anyway, there's a lot of cool stuff on the horizon with YouTube. I should actually jump back into it. Really, I just gotta make the time. But it's been interesting to watch a couple. And Logger Wade came back to YouTube. I was wondering where he's been. He took like 6 months off of YouTube. I don't know the whole full story. Like he kind of said a lot of stuff was changing, and I feel like I could resonate with that because life has been different in the last 2 years, and not just because of the kid, but making business moves. I think he said he read a book by Richard Branson or something in his video today, and the Virgin Mobile. It's interesting, and then it's also interesting. Like everybody's selling you a course. Like I wanted to, build something, not a course, but like I wanted to. I have some ideas for like my website and things that I could do to help people, but also still kind of make it not. I wouldn't say the term is worthwhile, but it could generate because you got to have some income disposable to, and it's tough for everybody right now. So I was like, maybe I don't know, but between YouTube and technology and everything else, like I definitely could lend assistance, and it's just hard. I do a lot of things free, but it's really hard when it's in the wheelhouse and you live and breathe every day. I got people that I got to support and maintain and everything like that. So I have to come up with a fine balance, and that this is more like the conversation having Discord and come up with ideas, because I think a lot of people are in the same boat as how do you don't quit your job to start YouTube. You don't quit what you're doing to get into YouTube. I will always own my own business. I'll always do that. But you don't, there's a lot of people that work the 9 to 5 and do everything else. And you build something up, and what you put into it, you get out of it. I put 5% into my channel. I'm getting 5% back out of it. If that, right. When I was hammering, it was doing well, and you're able to do more. I just have a vision that's maybe different than most, and I don't want it to ride on everybody's backs either. So I got, and you got to find a balance. So like, if I bring the channel a little closer to my core, or maybe start a whole separate channel, that could be an idea. But I'm just kicking the can out loud, and I jot stuff down and have a lot, but you got to build something up. And if you really want to do it, you put the effort in no matter what. Like I'll work here till 3 a.m. if I have to. I'll work shift, nonstop for customer client projects, people, friends, whatever else. People know that when I get lasered in on something, I just go, and it's hard to stop and shut the wheels off from time to time. But you got to build something that's like sustainable, and you got to take it a step at a time, and it's going to take, and you might fail 50 times, you might fail 7, but it's definitely something that you could work towards. But I know a lot of people want to do it, and I feel like I could help them on the path of not just YouTube, but I mean starting your own business or doing whatever, like the tech aspects or the marketing or the SEO or all these different things. But I don't flip all my cards all the time, and I really didn't want to. I really wanted to build this to have fun, and if it becomes like work, then it's just like even something else. I just enjoy this, and I enjoy people. I enjoy Lyle Davis stopping into the stream, and Gainsey and John Hudson and freaking Jeep and McDermott and Casterman. I contacted Husqvarna and complained. They were very, very helpful and got it sorted. Yeah, I just don't think you win in that situation as a dealer. Like I've I've worked with my competitors. You get people out of a jam, you pull people out of the bite, whatever else. Now, if there's something that they did to you, then I can see there being a, you know, it's been an interesting year when it comes to that kind of stuff. But yeah, Steve Small Engine Saloon. They would never have made chalk of everybody like vanilla ice cream. uh Chicanic is moving their business and taking a year off. Yeah, well, I mean, it's also YouTube. It's uh dealing with, and you get to a point in your life where, the one thing I could say to like people that are younger than me, and I think I mentioned this before, but the one thing I wish that I would have done, hindsight's 2020, right? Is work even harder when I was like in my 20s, right? Not that I didn't. I mean, I've been like this constant, but grind. Like vision has changed, not necessarily changed. Always had the eye on the like goals and set goals and tackle them. Been able to accomplish a lot of stuff, but the one thing I would say with life being so short and being around people is, and you don't need money to always do that, but to set your family up is, I wish I could have worked a little bit harder to where when my kid was born and everything else, I wouldn't have had to been against the grindstone, I guess, as much, or being able to do like, because I love what I do, so I'll do it all day long, but do more of that, I guess, is what I'm saying, in a condensed fashion, or learn to say no more often than not, because I tend to say yes to projects that I can do and totally would be easy to do, but sometimes a smaller customer involves way more babysitting time and effort and everything else than the bigger customers, where it's a balance. So that's, and then it's also part of you where you want to help people. So it's always waging you there. It's like, but it's hurting what you're trying to accomplish too. I don't know if anybody's following me on this, but it's a tough balance, and I think that's whether you're doing a YouTube or figuring out I want to sell stuff online, and not everybody just, you get caught in the, oh, I'm going to read a book, or you got all these social media influencers that are pounding this stuff down your throat, convincing you that you're a not successful, you could do way better, everything, all these things. Buy my program for $450, $200, whatever else. And there is value in that, but the convincing of people that they're not doing, like, I know people with blue collar 9 to 5, 10-hour shifts, 12-hour shift, welding, electrical, plumbing, heat, or they're doing just fine. And they manage to have a lot of time. So there's time with the family and everything else. And I just think that I'm only hopefully partially way through life, and I just wish it would have hit earlier. It's kind of like where you suck things up for a year and eat chicken, not even chicken, turkey and cheese sandwiches and whatever you got to do to change like the outcome of what you're getting into. And I wish I would have just taken like 4 or 5 more years and just went like crazy when I was younger. to be able to sit back, or not sit back, but still go hard, but be able to do it. This probably is making no sense because I didn't think, but probably like be able to spend time with the family or do some things, have a little bit of freedom to do some things where I'm tied to the grindstone, but it's also my own fault because I love what I do. So it's like, how do you balance that? It's just interesting. And some of you that are older than me, you guys give solid advice, and some that are younger, I'd like to be able to give good advice as well. Secret revelations, my friend Rooney. Dude, I hope you are doing well and thank you for joining. Good morning, my friend. Secret revelations, man. I emailed Rooney a couple weeks ago because I said, I feel like the man upstairs is calling me to do more. And I feel like I could always do more. And I got to figure out that what that answer is. Music is definitely a piece of that, but I sometimes I just sit there and think of things that I can. I feel like I was put on this planet to do more things, and I feel like I have helped a lot of people. So, but there's something more. And in the last 2 years of my life, that mindset changed where I'm just like, man, I really want to. I don't know if this is even motivating to any of you, but the idea for a midweek pump is to just like we all need a push. It's not a push like, oh, go create something, start an online store, or start a website, or start a new business, or whatever. But like a, a, a progress check in type of where you get a good circle of people around you, and it's hard to fly with the eagles if you're surrounded by turkeys, right? So it's kind of like you want to get good people around you and like-minded that want to develop in their own ways, and everybody lends a piece to each other. That's the mindset I'm in. But yeah, I think about that stuff when I sit in the woods where I'm like, man, I wish I could have put myself even further than I am now to where more you could I could focus in on some of the things that I want to do. And it's just hard because you take on a lot of things. How far is New York from you? Well, it depends what's part of New York, Mark. If northern New York, like the woods part of New York, there's two different New Yorks. There's New York City, and then there's New York, and I think they're I think they're polar opposites. And then there's Philadelphia, which is also New York. New Jersey, also New York. They're all in the whatever you do, it's a way of life. Love what you do, enjoy the journey. Yeah, I mean, I would do what I do if I made $0. Ideally, it's just how do you put it all together? I think a lot of people try to figure that out, and it's interesting. And YouTube's a business, and YouTube's ways you can figure it out too. So don't, yeah, it's I mean, have you seen the feeds this week? I mentioned a couple things. I was going to do some products and talk about deals. Now I was looking at some of the deals. I'm like, there's some stuff out there, but I wasn't going to pump my feed full of crap so you guys can buy my Amazon links and then I make 40 cents on every time you guys buy in the Amazon. Like there's got to be it's a good tool and you make it while you can. So look at like Mark Cuban knows when to cash out on stuff. I think Mark Cuban just sold the team jumping off a Shark Tank in the next year or something. Made three some $1 billion on a $285 million investment. I mean, he's invested more than that over the time, but I would say that's know when to. I mean, things on YouTube are hot and everything else, but the follow the crowd is not the. I don't know. There's just a lot of people doing the same stuff, but there's what 200 billion views a day on YouTube, so there's plenty of audience, and it does work, and you can definitely make income. I just feel like until I have a reason of what I want to do with that, if it's supplemental or who knows, it could be bigger. I don't know. I probably missed because I ramble on about nonsense, and I probably didn't even get the point across I was trying to make. But if you are out there and you're trying to grind and do something, just love if you love what you can do and you can see yourself doing it all the time, or you do it for free. Think of the value add. Think of what can you do differently. The way Apple sells things, products is different than like, here's who I am. I have a great service, and I don't know how to put this, but you know, here's who we are. We have this great service. Come buy it. Where Apple kind of flips that, the way that they sell their products, and people buy their stuff every year. You know what I mean? Everybody complains about everything, but everybody's buying the same stuff. We all stop shopping on Black Friday. Nobody's gonna have you know what I'm saying? The deals would probably get better because it'd have to really do something to get people to the stores. But if everybody keeps buying stuff, you want to shut down things, just quit buying from them, right? Uh, I hope you got vodka in the bottle. No, I'd be on Dr. Phil if I did. If you get to a point where you're hiding vodka in your water bottle, uh, you might need some friends around you, some good people around you to help you out. Don't need a push. I fall down the steps easy. Quit your day job. Yeah, I mean, people like their jobs though. I mean, you got to provide for your families and survive in this crazy world. It's tough. So I think people are spending, but I this curve is good. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I don't know what the answer is, and everybody has a different one. The man upstairs gives you hints sometimes, and you got to think like, what would God do in this situation, right? Or what would Jesus do, type of thing. But there's signs, and I just really feel like the man upstairs is giving me like energy. Times where I'm down, I feel like there's more. There's more I can do. What can I do to help? And I do feel like I'm accomplishing stuff when I help customers. That feeling of like taking somebody from point A to point B or solving their problems is definitely a good thing. Whatever that may be. Goobs Outdoors back. Is there a baby yet, Goobs? I gotta. I'm not even looking at you guys. I'm just trying to keep the knee up off the floor. I got a speaker down here that I can. I'm not used to sitting down. I feel bad sitting down on live stream. I'm not giving you guys the full energy. Share your knowledge and experience. Honestly, people will see through the fakers. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that happens. The doctor. Uh, New York City, and it might be going to see my cousin after the new year if things work out. Gainsey, if you come to New York, you let me know. You let me know. We make things happen. I hate your filter. I have to type 423 times. My filter. What do you mean my filter? Wow, amen. Yeah, it's there's a lot, but where do you start? I'm into so many different things, technology and outdoors, communications. I think everybody should be a ham radio operator in life, because I have friends in Australia, all over the world, not just because of YouTube, but my ham radio stuff, and people talk about communications and stuff. That's a cool thing to get into. Um, and when things hit the fan, as they typically do, you got communications. But anyway, yeah, we should Speedster Casterman. Good night. Is Casterman going to sleep? Night, Casterman. Thank you, buddy. I got a words filter. I have no idea, dude. I honestly have no idea. Um, 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 um. No, I just feel like there's more that can be done, and I need more time in the woods to think things through and figure things out. And I use that time in the woods to just think. Have a nice day, guys. Secret Revelations need to go. Kids to school and stuff. Be blessed. Secret Revelations, Rooney. Cheers, my friend, and we'll talk soon, okay? I appreciate you, Rooney. I really do. Tell the kids we said hi and sending our love. from across the pond. Check out Secret Love Revelations channel. Rooney is a good person. A good person. W3KUH. Grandfather. Are you a radio operator? I got a pretty good connection on my house. I can communicate about a 100-mile radius, and then I can connect up. I use Raspberry Pis. I can connect up if repeaters are live anywhere in the world. But I have a pretty cool setup. So I see a lot of stuff out there. I was into that big time. I actually just updated my radios the other day because I have a radioless node here and then a couple different connections. But I must go internally inspect my eyelids. Good night, all. Good night, Lyle. Appreciate you, brother. I hope you're doing well and staying warm. It's going to warm up next couple days. Well, whatever you consider warm, 40s maybe. Yeah, so I don't know. Whatever you're trying to build out there, it can be done. There's a path. I think it takes people, takes some push. You could do it all on your own. YouTube could be a piece of that. So a lot of people I know want to build a YouTube. The dream. I think they're at, like, the number one job right now that kids are looking at is like, I want to be a YouTuber, right? I think the big number days are gone though. I think that's getting tougher and tougher. Like, you see the sports industry, you see like everything else right now, like these big entertainment is different. It's an interesting space right now. It's an interesting space. Your grandfather was. Do you know Morse code? They quit doing that on the test a couple years back. I think to get more ham radio operators into it. And most of the people that are ham radio operators are older. I talked to a lot of older people. I've always had older friends anyway, but it's interesting. You're trying to get the younger people into it. So a touch, but not. I'm not a Morse code, but I do bounce around the frequencies. It's very cool stuff. It's come in handy in real life situations, probably at least 5 or 6 times, maybe a handful more. A lot of it's just communicating just like this, the days of, Discords or YouTubes or whatever else before social media. But it's interesting in the people you meet on there and the cool stuff that people are willing to show you. There's a good world out there. There's a good world out there. And it's if you're using FRS radios, you're not you might as well get a loudspeaker and holler. Where do we go from here? Midweek pump. 2 more days of the work week. I think every day's like a work day. We got to grind it out. December, right around the corner. End of the month. Wow. Time flies. Time flies. Another year almost in the bucket. December will go quick. It'll go quick. It's quiet. It's quiet in the chat. I don't know what to do. There's not too many people left. Did we keep everybody up too late? Finish the vodka. I'm starting to slur my words. I don't even know what I'm doing. I haven't had a drink in a long time. It's been a while. Here every day it's not raining is a work day. That is true. Even the rain. Well, see, John, you have a good setup though too. Like that's a goal, is to have a garage, a facility, a building that I don't really care what the weather's doing. And if you want to work on a vehicle, a machine, at least under roof. Up here, of course, Maryland, everything else with winters, I don't like the 3 months out of the year of I might change my brakes on my car just because I have some time in an evening and BS and do something. I don't have the space right now, and that's I'm not complaining, but it is what it is. It's just I want to get to a point where I can like be outside, like even a lean-to. You know what I'm saying? Where you can just be outside. You're outside, but it's raining, but you're still doing stuff and you're not getting rained on. What a beautiful thing. Uh that would be fun. That's a goal. And we could have made that happen several times now, but you get sidetracked. You now's not the time to really buy anything, I don't think. It's better in the shed. Yep, the shed. Well, the shed and breakfast is good too. A lot of hours spent in there, but I'm out of space in there. So I actually want to get to I got a lead on a couple shipping containers that we could maybe do something with, or something even portable. We got the ground. That was the hardest part, was acquire the ground and figure that out. But time flies. You get through a whole year and you get so many things done, and you got to look back at the accomplishments. That's one thing nice about making a couple videos. It's like, oh, we did this and this and this. And there's definitely progress. It never happens as fast as you want it to sometimes, right? But you make it happen. You make it happen. That's all we can do in life, is just keep hammering. Still here. It's better in the shed. I love the shed. It's just hard to pull a vehicle in and work on. Like, I'm a hands-on kind of person too. I like to build stuff and do stuff, or get the welder out without worrying about burning the shed down, or all the things that are in the shed. Because I'll sit there and burn wire all night, burn something, and behind me there's something catching on fire. Anywho, yeah, that's one. Jay's probably celebrating here soon. Central Time can now, if you're in Central Time, you can now go over and wish Jay Daniels a happy birthday. I'm hungry. I know everybody gets hungry at 1 in the morning, get that late night snack. I might do that too. I just wanted to sign on for. I just wanted to hang out. Honestly, I got some more stuff to do. I should probably wind it down. Try to crush Thursday. Get it done. Knock a bunch of things out. I'm trying to get the task list. Like, I'm trying to get ahead. We're always trying to get ahead, right? On some Transdermal, so it's a wonderful. I wonder I haven't passed out yet. Yeah, I'm surprised people join. I normally don't. No heads up. That's how we do it sometimes. What's your plan for tomorrow? My plan is wake up. That's the plan. And then give my wife and kid a hug and kiss. Make sure that they're good. Start the day. You know what I mean? Get motivated and just hammer stuff down. I cleaned my email inbox, which was nice because that fills up 800 emails a day. And I got this little filter for like the spam stuff, so I didn't have to spend time going through. I got a separate email for like the spam. Enjoy life. Yeah, that's it. It's work. So it's a Thursday. We got a lot of projects going on. Like to get out to the property and get a couple things done there, but that's like all secondary. You need to start planning for the second kid. Dude, the first kid was that was we'd like to have two. Really, we would. When the wife is ready, we gotta make sure. Well, you never guarantee nothing, but you gotta keep them alive, right? That was pretty scary. That's a scary part of life. Scary part of life. Need to start planning though. Yeah, yeah. Well, sometimes I roll on the non-plan, and just go with it. But I got a network. I'm gonna get buttoned up. This new network here that's sitting to my left. You're right, probably. I gotta get that done. Get that all configured. Portable network for the camp. Got a lot. There's a lot. It's an endless list. You just try to do as many things you can in a day. Wind it down. 1 o'clock in the morning. Just go until you can't. till the eyes are like, it's time to go to bed. Listen to music, add to your Spotify minutes watched, get up and do it again. Put another cord of wood to the in the boiler house. Already? You just did that? Spot on, brother. So, John, you're still going. That's what it is. You don't get anywhere if you're not going. If you're sitting around doing nothing, you ain't making any progress. And this is still progress, believe it or not. Get your brain going. Gives you ideas. It's good to have people around. I had a really good idea earlier. I should. You just can't. I can't invest in too many things at all at once. Can't do it. Got to keep the focus. I got a couple core things I'm working on right now. But yeah, it's 1:15 in the morning. I think we're gonna wind her down. Oh, I gotta keep moving. Gotta keep moving. Not used to sitting down on a live stream, but the leg is like being interesting. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed the midweek pump. Late night, midweek pump. Planning on a long winter this year with some big snows. It could be. Would you eventually live full time on the block? You mean like kind of off the grid or at the property? Or what do you mean there? I don't know. It's possible. We're looking. We have a couple things in the works right now, but it's I could live. If we build what we want to build, we would be there for sure. Yeah, we would be there for sure. There's space. There's a lot of cool stuff there. Barn dominium would be the style. So pool building, concrete floor type of thing, 80 by 100, garage, whatever size the house needs to be. John, take care, buddy. But that would be it's goals. It might take a year, it might take 6 months, it might take 5 years. I don't know. It's part of it's like being able to enjoy the process too. So you kind of run through things and you don't get to enjoy doing the stuff, and you look back and it's like some of the fun part. It's kind of like going hunting. It's being around your friends and family and buddies and being in the woods and doing that. It's not really like, oh, I had to shoot a deer, to me at least. I can only speak for myself, but it's kind of like the fun. The road trip is fun sometimes better than the destination, I guess. Or you get to the destination and you're like, what's next? Because it's like you're always trying to do different things. And I feel like it just, some of the stuff is fun, putting the electrical in and turning, you get to that point where it's like, where my wife and I we got the well working, and it's like we got water. Like that was an exciting time where we're just like, yeah, I'm spraying stuff through the yard, just having a good time. That's like the cool stuff, right? And it's and getting little man to help out and do that. I would like to build him right now. I actually like to build a hunting blind or something where we could just go hang out and he could stay warm and just be out in the woods a little bit, hang out couple hours here and there. Look, my stomach's growling. I might have to get a snack. Might have to get, my body doesn't know whenever I'm going to be awake or sleeping or nothing. It never knows. But yeah, it's did you know the longest Morse code message is the 100-yard dash? I did not know that. I probably missed a bunch of messages. I feel bad. Wasn't too crazy tonight though, because it's the late night pump. All right, I'm signing off, I think. I don't think I have anything else. This evening. I just wanted to hang out. Make sure you guys go wish Jay Daniels a happy birthday. West Coast, wait till midnight, 3 a.m. A couple more hours. Central time, you're go. Eastern time, you're late. Make sure you do that. And Speedster as well, dude. The Speedster. It was good seeing everybody. Leave a thumbs up. And we will hang out hopefully later this week. Got some videos in the works. Blessings to you, Marty. I'm glad you're still here. Thanks, mate. See ya. Take care. We'll catch up soon. Shoot me. Stay in touch. Stay in touch. If you're kicking around some business ideas, or you're kicking around stuff that I can help you with, or give you a little, not necessarily just business, but like tech or whatever else, let me know, because I like that kind of stuff. It's good to keep stuff on your toes. So take care, and that's it. That's all we're doing. I'm gonna go back to work. Maybe get a snack, right? Cheers. Many blessings to you, and we'll see you in the next pixel. I don't even know how to end this. We'll hit the go button. Son of a